Hey, what's up guys, DiplexHeated here again. Hope you guys have had a good weekend so far. We're back again here with the Gun Fortress, and today we're doing a side swap. We've replaced all the German equipment and infantry with Soviet equipment and infantry. Try to make it as equivalent as possible. Same goes for the attacking Germans. We've tried to replace the tanks with the same equivalent type of tank and, armor and gun and whatnot to make it as even as possible. And we're going to see if the Soviets can do as good or even better than the Germans when defending. But before we get started with the battle, here's a quick message from today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Archheim, Realms at War, a free team-based strategy game available on your phone or in your browser. In Archheim, realms battle each other over territory, ascend in a league-like system in order to win a game round after 10 weeks of intense teamwork. In this second clip, we're going to be focusing on team play and cooperation, as well as your armies and warlords. Your warlords are the heads of your armies, and they all bring different attributes to your force. You can assign them different unit compositions and combine warlords and missions to form massive army groups when taking on huge enemy numbers. In Archheim, you play in a team of 15. Your goal as a team is to outplay the opposition and claim the top ranks in the game. Attack enemy towers and request the support of your allies and march together against other realms. Communicate with neighboring realms and join forces against the common enemy and negotiate pacts and agreements. All is allowed in the fight for survival and progression. As previously mentioned, you will make your way to higher islands fighting stronger teams by working together and succeeding as a team. This is part of the league system, and each game round lasts 10 weeks. The best teams will fight for victory on the fourth and final island. We'll be covering more aspects of the game in a future video. Join Archheim Realms at War by following the link in the description box below. Alright guys, thank you for watching that, and thank you for downloading and joining Archheim. It's a very thrilling game. I'm enjoying it a lot myself. We are going to be deploying the Germans in the same fashion as we did with the Soviets to make it very simple and straightforward. Now, I do want to go over the guns and some of the equipment here quickly. Some of the German static weapons we used could not be replaced with a equivalently large caliber Soviet gun, so I've done a few adjustments to make it as even as possible. We've got the 76mm AT guns here, which are pretty equivalent to the Pak 40s that we used. The howitzers are not as big. These are 122 mils, not the 150 mil. They should still be able to deliver some devastating fire downrange. The AA guns are 25 mil, not 37, as I believe the Germans were using. But how do I even this out? Well, the mortars are 2mm larger. Not a big difference, right? But we've given the Soviets some 12.7mm Dushka heavy machine guns. They've got 2 of these in the front bunkers, and these are going to be targeting light vehicles. They're going to be disturbing the medium vehicles as well, knocking out tracks, possibly damaging sites and whatnot. So this is going to definitely help them. It's going to be a great advantage than having MG42s. We've got the 85mm 52K M1939 AT guns here in the rear as well. AA guns, call them whatever. They can be used against ground targets as well. So we're gonna see how they do. I've done my best to really find the most suitable replacements. I wouldn't want to bring in 200mm guns just to cover up for 30mm difference, So yeah. Let's find out. Alright guys, so here on the German side of things, we've replaced all the vehicles with the equivalent to the Soviet ones used. We've got a wheeled vehicle, the P204 at the front here, and the Panzer 38. Now, perhaps to make up for some of the weaker weapons on the Soviet side of things, these vehicles, I've noticed throughout the entire German composition today, that the equivalent has slightly smaller guns and slightly thinner armor, like the 2.5mm and the 3.7mm here, or centimeter, sorry. The Soviets, I believe both vehicles in the first wave used the 45mm OBR, so yeah, that might even things out. But the infantry's been replaced in the same numbers. We've got the K98s, the MG34, and the MP40. And yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get this one started. We're gonna go ahead and click start and do this the exact same way to make it as even as possible. We're just going to kind of like get the infantry up running here, disperse the squads, have all the soldiers acting individually. Very important to hit that K button once you're done. That dismisses the squad. Otherwise, they're going to be thinking as one. And in this game, thinking as one... Oh. Freeze lag. Hello? Sorry about that. That happened before as well. I'm not sure what that is about. Come on. Yeah. About time to get a new computer. At least replace the... motherboard and CPU, I believe. Been a while. So there we go. All the infantry's heading out. Let's now bring up the vehicles for support. They'll catch up, so don't worry about that. These P204s are available in a train version as well, so they can run on rails, which is kind of interesting. You could make like a whole train out of P204s. Never seen that. Never seen a photograph or that or anything, but of course that is historically accurate. So here we go. Oh my god. Let's have a look at it from the Soviet perspective as the infantry comes in. Those heavy machine guns are going to rip them apart, much like the MG42s did. There we go. Oh, that's a... There we go. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, they're hitting far back. It seems like they're hitting further back than the German defenders did. They attacked at a closer range. This is awesome. I definitely think those 25 mils are doing what they need to do. Oh. Oh, we got a machine gunner on the loose. Get down, comrade. Okay, one guy has decided to earn medals today. Yep. So some of the cover is obstructing the fire, but nothing's changed. The first wave has been absolutely obliterated. Oh, that 50 cal just finishing them off. So now that there's some German infantry sort of like still alive, just like in the previous video. Oh, wow, so many dead back here. We can deploy the second wave right off the bat. And we're going to do it like we did in the previous one as well. Kind of bringing it a bit forward so that we don't necessarily have to send them in. They can kind of like just get triggered by the AI. And in this way, we've got the Light Panzer II. And a this is funny because this is in the second wave, the fourth vehicle was a BT-7, and this is like a German version of that, or some captured, or maybe it's like some Czechoslovakian model. I'm not sure. There are so many tanks that are so not mainstream for me to know about. I'm not a big World of Tanks or War Thunder player, so many of you guys will have seen these tanks. But they're coming in now with the 2mm or 2 centimeter once again, and the 45mm OBR as seen in the Soviet attack. Let's send these forward a bit, and then let's slow things down to bring up the infantry. Oh, they're on hold position. I think I should have changed that, so we can probably just do this. There we go. And they're just going to hit the front line now. Oh, those 20 mils are engaging at a distance. Very nice to see. This could be quite efficient against the enemy targets, this rapid firing guns. Oh. Oh. Rear hit. Infantry's coming up, and they're supported from the rear here. So far, I believe the German defenses are doing... I mean, the Soviet defenses are doing better. Well, they still have howitzers alive. I'm not sure how long it took for the Germans to lose theirs, but they lost all of theirs in like a single hit during one of the Soviet attacks. And this gun seems to be functioning. It's rough, but it's working. Oh, sniper down. Cis guns are still active. That's going to be crucial. These and the 76 mils in the back here. The flaks, you can almost call them. They're not flaks, but you know what I mean. Obliterated. Okay, I won't make the next mistake in the third wave. So I'll be sure to have them unleash straight away. And this one, now we're getting into the heavier stuff. This is when we started seeing the different versions of the T-34s. And once again, the Germans are... We're not getting into that heavy stuff quite yet. So the armor is not superb. And I'm pretty sure the Soviets will be able to handle this quite nicely. But once again, it's a whole different game right now. We're coming in with some Panzer IV Gs and H. Oh, nice firing line. Oh, friendly fire. Oh, artillery shells landing back here. Oh, there goes a bunch of those Cis guns. That's terrible. Left side still working. Oh my god! Good hit there on the Panzer IV. Hold out. We'd like to see a fourth wave at least. We can tell for sure that when the Soviets attacked, the fourth wave was more or less the finishing blow. The fifth was just an additional cleanup, one could say. The fifth wave was just the nail in the coffin. The fourth did it. So the Soviets definitely have to beat this wave and get to the fourth wave for it to be more or less equal. But so far they've lost a lot of their anti-tank functionality. A lot of the infantry still alive. The mortars are working. This howitzer is miraculously still alive. I'm gonna get this guy some help. That one's down, so I'm just gonna replace him on that one. So that oh, that didn't work. But he's still working. This guy. He's not accurate. He's doing it solo, but he's brave. I'll tell you that much. Oh, holy shit! The AA guns are just getting pummeled. Sandbags are being brought down as well. But have they destroyed enough of the German armor? The infantry's now getting engaged as well. 50 cal working. Nice. Oh my god. This is crazy. I'm loving this, man. How are the... Oh. None active. The one active. One guy. Oh, that's a good side hit on the side turret. Like on the rear turret. It might have like brought down the actual turret, but that tank is still active and this right side has lost all of its firepower. It's the left side now that's going to be for working. Once again, the left side survived longer in the previous battle as well. Sad. Let's do like we did with the Soviets attacking as well. Like try and bring up the armor to try and like breach the perimeter, much like in the previous video, and then perhaps we can see some infantry throw some Molotovs or something like that. Do we have anyone alive here even? That's the question. Looks very dead. Tank crew getting out. Everyone's dead, man. What are you doing? Oh! Direct hit on the mortar? Or with the mortar? Another direct hit at that range. It's easy to hit, but it doesn't seem to really have that penetrating power to knock it out. It's too heavy a tank. Oh, these 76s are missing. Had these been 90 millimeter guns, that would have been a different thing, but they've got the power, they just don't have that. They just don't have that absolute finishing power that the flaks do, where it's almost a guaranteed destruction of a tank in a single hit. We're gonna allow this. We're gonna give the Soviets a chance to knock this out to start the next wave. There we go. They're dead. They're not jumping out. Oh, they are. They got one more alive, though. Guys, focus. Problem with the Soviets right now is there's a lot of spine breakage here. Like, you know, when the infantry sort of like breaks their spine. And that is bad. Oh! Alright, I think that's all for the tanks. So now we can bring in the fourth wave. And I'm afraid we might not even see the use of the fifth wave in this video. But that's how it works. I want to deduct a small scientific conclusion. The German defensive weaponry in World War II, the static weapons like their AA guns, their flak packs, I think they outshined outshun the Soviets. Debate me on that if I'm incorrect. But I really believe it do be that way. And in this way, well, I don't have to mention it much. We got the J and the G. That is the Panther and the Panzer IV. We're gonna roll up ever so slightly, but I don't think there's any Soviet defenders to really trigger their interest. Now these AA guns are still working down on the. Oof. So let's give him a chance to be put through some real work here. And once again, we know that the Soviets had all of these assets, but in much greater numbers in terms of artillery and guns in general. So they'd always outgun the German when it came to artillery pieces. They'd have thousands more. So, all right, guys. The final gunner. And he's down. I'm sorry to say, guys, but the Soviets have been thoroughly bested in this defense scenario. Both factions won the attacking side, but when it came to defending, the Soviets lost out quicker. Well, there's plenty of different weapons. It's hard to make it fully even, but you know, we saw these howitzers put a lot of work in. Well, some haven't got any kills at all. It's a long reload time. This gun here took out 7 vehicles. This one took out none. This guy took out 7, and this guy took out 2. So some of these guns were definitely outshining the other one. 4 vehicles, 1 vehicle, 4 vehicles, 3 vehicles. Like, don't get me wrong, the Germans have lost a crap ton of infantry and vehicles, but that final lack of power in these bigger guns here in the rear, and perhaps the howitzers, was just that difference between like destroying Wave 3 efficiently and then getting beaten by Wave 4 and this, which was definitely not destroying that last wave definitively. It was almost still alive by the time we sent in the 4th wave. Alright, comrades. You've been brave, so hoorah! Alright. Unnecessary ending. Thank you guys for watching this video. Next up, we've got some more Halo mod content. We're going to be doing more of these. We've got line defenses coming up, more Super Fortress style battles. Currently, the building assets aren't that plenty, one could say, so it's hard to make as advanced the structures as you could in Men of War Assault Squad 2. And we got some cool trench battles coming up. So thank you for watching this version of this battle again. Thank you, Braden, for the map once again. And I'll see you guys soon again. Ciao.